all the orcs back to their islands and make them pay for a wall that I'm gonna build.
Azeria just starts shouting while shooting out spells. What the fuck is a kilometer?
Alright. Don't touch that just yet, Light.
Oh, okay.
No, touch it.
I'm
Like
just currently
talking
adding
to an
XP
actual
tracking
cat.
functionality to it.
Good.
Like
Then
talking to an
I'll keep track
actual
of it.
cat. Like if you don't scold it preemptively, it's gonna knock the thing off the table.
Listen. I can touch
Alright.
whatever I want.
Starting with the first combination. Let's start with Sachi and Kima.
Alright. Kima's just kind of standing there. He's very, very annoyed at this situation. He's been trying to figure out any way to, like, dispel this or get out of this in some kind of way. I take it I haven't, or if there's, like, no
So
kind of
far,
roll
no.
I can make for that. Is there anything I can roll?
Yep, you could make me a psionic skill check.
What? That's not on the sheet.
That's because you guys haven't been anywhere that actually teaches it.
Ah. So what would I just roll, a d20?
A intelligence ability check.
Okay. And that I'm not proficient with. Okay, I'll just remove proficiency from intelligence, and then I'll from history, and then I'll roll history.
DC 29.
Oh, I can make that actually. I'll +5 it. Why not?
Alright.
29,000.
This is some sort of exertion of psionic abilities. A psionics specialist would be able to augment this reality, or even if you were adept in that field. Augmenting it would not be too difficult. Might be beyond your abilities currently, but you're not too sure on that. However, ending it is an entire other matter. You would need the psionics equivalent of the spell.
Yeah, and I don't have that. I just have poor man psionic with telekinetic.
We have psionics at home.
Psionic cantrip.
Can I essence cast psionic dispel magic?
At 15th level.
Go back to my tried and true method.
Runs in the family.
If you had one level of psion, yes you could.
Damn it. But yeah, that's basically what James was saying before. Keem was like muttering that to himself. Basically, he's kind of just trying to think of any way to get us out of this situation. And just lost in his own thoughts and rambles at the moment.
Sachi pokes him on the shoulder.
Huh? Oh,
Hey,
sorry.
all good. What you thinking about?
I'm just trying to think if there's any way I can get us out of this situation. If I had some more powerful psionics, it'd be fairly easy to do, but I basically just have the equivalent of psionic cantrips at the moment, so nothing. I don't think I can stop him from doing this.
Well, we did agree to go on his quest.
Even still, though, I don't see how this is necessary.
Yep. I don't. It feels like separating us with mind games is like. It feels like it suits the demon's goals too well.
I agree. Also, we have no idea if, well, obviously, we can't trust that he's being truthful with this, and he's not going to alter more than what he's claiming he's going to.
But I suppose it's too late for that.
Yeah, it is. And Kima just seems like incredibly frustrated that there's nothing he can do in this moment. Hate this feeling.
I bet. We're gonna do our best. We're all gonna
Yeah.
make it through this and reunite on the other side.
Yeah, you're right. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of me just starting to think if any of this is all really worth it, you know?
Oh?
I mean, nah, forget I said anything. I'm just feeling sorry for myself.
You can tell me.
We've done all of this. And now it just seems like things are just getting worse and worse.
Yeah. Feels like we're in so far over our heads. So far beyond our abilities that it's, but we made it here so far.
Yeah. And you're right. We'll
Just
get through
gotta-
this.
Indeed. We've just got to keep trying. We'll either succeed or die knowing we tried. Which is better than giving up, yeah?
Kima nods. You're right.
Or I guess there's still the whole torture thing, but,
Would prefer not to think about it.
Yeah. Sachi kind of shivers a little bit.
Are you okay?
We shouldn't get into that.
I mean, I'm not going to remember this, or there's a chance that I won't. So if there is something you want to get off your chest, I mean, you were willing to hear me talk about my thing, so I'm all ears. I have especially big ones at that. Points to giant fey ears.
Yeah, I feel like it's not best for me to even try and process anything right now, because the images that constantly float around in my head are likely to destroy me if I focus on them too much.
I can understand that, but at the same time, I really don't think bottling it all up and not thinking about it is gonna make things any better, you know? Like, if you just keep it all inside, it's all eventually just gonna become too much to bear on your own.
She shrugs.
Mood.
Really?
I mean, if I let it get to me, I stop and I don't start again. So, if I think about it too deeply, I'll never get anything done.
Same kind of goes if you don't think about it at all. Don't think about it at all, though. If you leave that for too long, then it's eventually going to become so much that regardless, you're going to think about it and then stop anyway. I know this isn't exactly the time or the place. I'm acutely aware of the situation we're in, but we're all here for you.
Is there
Light,
really a better
quick.
time or a better place?
I mean, when they
Wait, was that
don't
Vespa?
forget about it.
No, that's just me commenting. I've got nothing else to do for the next 4 hours.
Wait, 4 hours.
Session time.
Oh,
I'm only
okay,
gonna be
okay.
here for one of them.
We should have let Quinn go first.
Yeah, if that was the case, we should have let Quinn
I
go.
am content watching. This is the sort of awkwardness that I love to see.
Wait until it's your turn.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do in my turn.
Well, um... Sachi just kind of looks around awkwardly.
Alright, switching to Light and Quinn.
Oh, okay.
Sup?
Yeah, Light is just walking through the castle, shouting absurdities at walls and ceilings. Cusses
Quinn
out
has
wherever
stopped
it is.
following you after a while. They are looking down at their own hands. James, what do I have?
What do you feel comfortable wearing?
Have you met
Wait,
Quinn?
you are following me?
But what do I have access to? Do I have a weapon?
Does Quinn only feel comfortable with a weapon?
Kinda, yeah.
Then yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Are we meeting up or?
I think we're already together, right, James?
You'd be finding each other.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, you would find Light shouting curses at the walls.
Don't think they're hearing you.
can try.
Alright. James, what are the walls made of?
In this area, it looks to be some sort of glass wood.
Cool, I'm gonna carve go fuck yourself into it with a knife.
Good.
Yet the vaguest headache. All of you. Like someone is stabbing at your psyche.
And I know
Don't
exactly
like
what
to
they're
go through
saying.
shit like this.
It feels cathartic, though.
Oh, I said that
You
to
don't want
the
to give it a try?
person for the. No, I said that to the person who made us give us the headache.
Ah, fair enough.
If you give me the
Question.
dagger, I will carve something worse into the walls.
No, that's my dagger.
Okay.
Question. How you feeling, buddy? They look awkwardly at you. They're clearly trying to play this off at school.
How am I feeling?
Yes,
don't
that is
know.
what I just said.
Everything seems to break down. I don't know how much I break down with it.
Alright, alright. That makes sense.
Don't have much in this world, you know? And
You do have money.
yeah, great.
I'm sorry, I'm just... Oh, this is awkward.
Just lost someone and now this.
Listen, they once again awkwardly look at you for a few moments. Walk over to you and pat you on the shoulder for a second. You really think we're gonna let this discount vecna get between us?
It's just so shit.
Yeah, shit happens, but come on. We've lived this far. Really gonna admit defeat now?
Never.
There we go. Wanna know what I think?
What do you think?
You gotta get this shit done with. Meet on the other side. And castrate that fucker with a fucking spoon.
Yeah. Is there something worse than a spoon?
A straw, but then would be worse for us too.
A spork. Sorry, I'll leave.
No, no, you don't have to. Not after that comment. I'm just saying. I
We're
am
going to
not
forget
accepting
each
this as an
other.
ending. So neither should you.
Just don't know what will happen in the meantime.
I'm gonna be honest. Neither do I. But you looked like you needed a reassurance.
And I'm scared of a me that's grown up without you.
Hey, hey. Shit, oh man, I really should have taken those psychology classes. Fuck. Hold on. Right, we're still gonna have known each other, right? As far as I know.
For some time.
Yeah. So I don't know about you, but even if you're not there with me anymore, you're still gonna be in here. And they point to their head, and then in here. And they point to their chest with a thumb. Because I learned a lot from you maniacs.
And I learned a lot from you.
Well, I'm still gonna have been there. Just after a while. You know. Gonna go buy a pack of cigarettes. And like my dad.
I'm gonna be gone. Tell me about that.
Point is, yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at this whole comforting thing. My head's still a mess from the whole previous mess we just faced.
Hmm.
But I will be expecting you on the other side. You better not fail me.
I won't.
Good. A content nod.
And for the meantime, maybe you remember this. And Light goes in for a kiss.
Oh my god, that's clever. After that,
Yeah, how's Quinn reacting?
you ever seen anyone blue screen?
Yes.
Oh boy. Motherfucker.
Looks at you.
Right, we are talking about that.
Last time I get the chance for a long while.
Yeah, we are gonna have to talk about that. I'd love to say I'm gonna remember that, but
Don't die.
you know. Excuse me, don't what?
Don't die.
As if I, Quinn, would ever fall to something as poorly planned as this.
Listen. Don't die.
Alright. Same to you, idiot.
Okay.
Right, I think that's it, James. At least for now.
Alright. Quinn and Kima.
No. Kima, how's Kima?
Kind of the same as same with quit as what Kima was doing before, but this time it's rapidly pacing back and forth around the room.
Right. Quinn approaches you.
Kima doesn't notice until probably accidentally bumps into you.
I slap you in the face.
Wow.
Get your shit together, Deus.
Right, sorry, just thinking of any way I can get us out
Not
of this
forgiven.
fucking mess.
I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna have my last time with you for a while wasted because you're being a nerd, and that's coming from me.
Oh, sorry if me trying to think of a way to get us out of this shithole is
Did you
me
not
being
hear
a
me
nerd.
before? Not
You hear-
forgiven.
You hear a vague scream from somewhere inside the castle. Nerd.
God damn it, lightweight, your turn.
Right. And now that that's established, you with me yet, or you gonna go back to your nerding?
Not calling the kettle, but yeah, I'm back.
Okay, good. Give me a hand.
I hold out my hand.
Right, I'm not stab you in the hand, but I cut your across the palm.
Alright, everyone gets a minor headache.
Cool.
Well,
James, I
first
cut
you
myself across the palm.
As you're cutting my palm, I look at Gwen and go, "Wow! First you slap me, then you then you stab me with a knife. Really feeling the love today."
It's a kinky kind of love, baby.
I'm learning a new thing about you.
New? James, I cut myself across the palm.
Everyone gets a headache.
Cool. Right. now that my dramatics are done. Kima, Quinn offers you a very bloody handshake.
Kima returns the very bloody handshake.
Cool. We're now oathbound.
Damn it, not again!
You, my friend, are not getting away from me this easily. I'm starting to sun my blood and more importantly on yours. I'm gonna find your ass again.
Good. I'm glad to hear it, because if you don't, I will. Find your ass, I mean, but you know what I mean.
If you won't find me, I will find myself.
I'm on a journey of self-discovery, alright? That's my character arc light, I yell in the distance.
Listen,
But no, in
being a bit more
actuality.
serious for a second.
Yeah, sorry.
I figured you might be feeling a bit down. I mean, so am I, obviously.
Yeah. How are you taking all of... I gestured at just all around us.
Spite!
Oh, good.
I'm gonna find your ass again. I'm not lying about that.
I'm glad to hear it. And to be fair, you would become an oathbreaker if you just lied to my face, so...
Whatever god's watching my oath's gonna have to come down from the heavens and hold me down themselves.
And even then, I'd fear for them.
You should. I have a knife.
You do, you just stabbed me with it.
Stab is a strong word. Let's just call it a loving caress.
Whatever makes you feel better.
Right. Where was it before you ruined my monologue? Right. So, how I'm feeling about that spiteful, bit insecure, of course. I have gone through hell and back for you assholes, and then some bastard called a wasp shows up and takes you away.
Ideally, this will just be a temporary thing, but...
It
Can't
damn
exactly
fucking better.
Yeah, but I'm not exactly full of trust with Wasp at the moment.
There we go. So yeah, in the case, it's not as temporary as we fear, and I do end up having to find you myself. I had a few mushy things I wanted to tell you.
Sorry, what was that? Could you repeat it?
Yeah, I'm gonna start mushing out on you. I would do the same to Light, but I fear that even in her amnesia, she would mock me for it.
Probably.
I know, right? Just how she is. Ah,
Oh, part of her
I do
charm.
love her like that. Right. I did this whole feeling thing again. Right. When I met your sorry ass, I was somehow even sorrier than you. And
I mean,
don't
no, go
fucking
on.
say it. Um,
Come
when
on.
bastard. Oh god, I'm gonna castrate you. Right. And I don't think I ever thanked you properly for how much your company helped me through those days.
Well, you've not really got anything to thank me for. You were good company as well.
You know what? I'll take that. Point is, Deus, you squeaky bastard, that you're a very special person to me, obviously. And as we grew up together and I got to see the absolute shit stain you call a family, I won't say sorry. You know I'm right.
I mean, most of them. I feel it's pretty offensive to Sachi.
I'm in Tarchi and Rail and the Ray Plus parenting, but you're right. I do love Sachi a lot, and Sachi, if you're hearing this, you're excused. Your sister isn't though. Fuck, I keep getting distracted. Point is, as I got to watch your shit stain of a family situation, I realized something. And yeah, I don't have any siblings or anything really. But if I ever did, I don't think I'd ever get anything better than you.
Kima, that really does seem to like affect Kima. Like that, like you can tell that really meant a lot for you to say that to him.
And
Quinn, that
yeah,
that's really kind of you to say. Thank you.
I don't think it's kind. No, I did just forcibly insert myself into your life forever. You're gonna be regretting that in very shortly. But jokes aside, point is, you're really special to me, and a lot of the things that I like about myself, I got because you were there for them. Your just being there taught me a lot about myself and others and how I wanted to live. And I hope that I've been able to give back even a percent of what you gave me, because what you gave me is almost all that I have.
I think you might be overselling the part that
I
I play.
am not. I
But-
was pretty alone back then. I had myself and Alice. That's your competition.
And
And,
not really much competition in that.
Yeah, it took me a while
Pardon.
to understand things. Light was there too, but I was never as safe with her back then. She was a bit more, I don't know. She felt a bit more clever, so I was a bit intimidated, insecure. You, though, you were smart. I'm not saying you were, like, not a threat or anything, but I never felt scared around you. So I think you were the first person I ever trusted. I don't think I knew what safe meant until I got to be friends with you. And, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to feel that way around me. I mean, if I'm being honest, I mean, when I came here, it was quite literally a completely different world from what I
bet.
was used to. In, like, every way imaginable. Like, things were so different here, and I was really excited by it all originally. Like, it was all, like, a great opportunity, and I thought it was all going to be great, and, you know, then a lot happened that kind of knocked it down, and kind of changed my perspective on a lot of things for better and for worse. But one of the few constant goods that have been there with my experience from when I left the Feywild was you. You have been such an inspiration to me as a person. You were dealt such a awful hand when it comes to your life. You had to go through so much and you struggled far more than any of the rest of us did, and you made it out of there as such an incredibly talented person. Such a wise, intelligent, charismatic person. You mastered a completely different skill set that you worked hard to learn. When I think of someone that has worked hard and has overcome adversity at such an incredible level and inspires me to continue to work hard to better myself, I think of you.
God damn it. They brush something away from their eyes, which they will absolutely insist it is absolutely not moisture. You fucking bastard. Right.
And I've always appreciated that you'll tell me how it is, because I'll be honest, I do need it sometimes.
Being there, buddy.
But I don't want to think of what my life would have been like if you weren't an influence in it.
Yeah.
But I know that we'll get through this.
Damn right. Man, this whole emotional thing is fucking exhausting, huh?
Oh, I know. But I mean every word that I said.
So do I. And that's why I wanted to tell you that this dramatic blood thing I did I get it from anime? Yes. Um but the point is I want you to know that I chose you as family when I was barely a person, and I'm choosing you as family every day since then. And I'm gonna keep doing it if you're not around until I find your pasty ass back and I, drag you back.
Look, I've tried to do something about the pasty thing, I just never can.
Yeah, I get that, buddy. Winter, huh?
Yeah,
Not that I can say
it's
much.
cold. But I want you to know as well that you will always be family to me.
Yeah.
And I've felt that way for a long time as well. I just, you know me, I'm
Don't
also
worry.
pretty terrible with the whole feelings thing most of the time.
Yep. Been there. I mean, obviously, like, if we weren't gonna forget this, I think I'd have drowned myself in a pot of lava before saying any of this. But I don't know. Just felt relevant. And when you're back, we can kick your dad in the sots.
I mean, he's gone. I don't really want to continue thinking about that, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Fair enough. Your mom
Like,
then?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that whole situation.
Listen, just tell me who to
now.
kick and I kick him.
All right, good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
The willingness for violence is always here, buddy.
I appreciate that.
They offer you a fist bump.
I fist bump Quinn back, and then I pull Quinn in for a hug.
Quinn hugs you back. They, after like 2 seconds of hesitation, they hold you very tightly.
As does Gima.
They then say, "See you on the other side."
See you on the other side.
Alright. So, next two. Quinn and Sachi.
Wait, what? Me and Sachi?
Yep.
Aren't we still gonna be together?
Yep.
Then what?
Every
What's the point?
combination occurs.
Okay. Do we know we're still gonna be together?
Roughly, yes.
Boy, that's awkward.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you doing?
Well, if to be honest, I don't know. I hadn't really finished processing the last batch of bullshit yet. But that's life. How about you, pretty one?
Hmm. Uh, yeah, I don't know.
Oh boy.
I don't think we get the luxury of fully processing anything.
Yep. But yeah. Don't really know how any of this works. They look around a bit awkwardly.
Hey, did you get any like weird little headaches or anything like that?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what that was about?
Nope. James, do I? Do I know what the others of me were doing?
Do you know what the other yous are doing? No.
Yeah. No. And no, don't really have any idea. I can only hope I don't go forward with the weird thing I had planned for Kima.
Oh,
Yeah, I have this if you ever had another my family sucks thing. Had a whole moment thing, but that was when I was like 17 and considerably cringer than I am now.
Sachi looks at you skeptically.
Don't judge me.
Okay, I don't. Yeah, okay.
I have a knife, you know.
You brought a knife?
What do you mean brought? I just have it though. Do you not?
Do I?
Are you most comfortable with a weapon?
No.
Then no.
Do I have Excalibur with me?
Actually, yeah, you probably would.
Hey, James, I'm most comfortable with an anti-psionic stone.
But yeah. It's nice that I'm gonna be together with you, but this whole thing is a bit fucky.
Yeah. But we've gotta make it out the other side and meet back up with them. That's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna haunt her ass.
Hunt. You're
Yep.
not planning on dying, are you?
Nope. I'm planning on finding out first, and then I'm gonna be spending like years sending them. They're never gonna know what hit them. Every morning, Kima is gonna be assaulted with a familiar stranger voice screaming, "Nerd!"
uh, I don't know if even this psionic thing could make him forget that.
Ah, the power of trauma. Yeah. Um. Well, whatever happens, let's let's promise not to split up as much on the other side. This whole splitting up thing has never worked for us.
Yeah.
Like, not once. It's incredible.
They say shortly before splitting up.
Yeah, exactly. It never works. Everyone's gonna suffer so much because of it, they just know it.
Well, I guess we'll just have to like attach ourselves at the hip or something.
Get a few hugs between the four of us. It's amusing. Hey, what do you think? What do you think happens if they meet like Alice or something?
Uh, Theoretically, they remember her as a bitch. I
Good.
mean, a teacher.
Good. No. Last one. I don't care if they don't remember me anymore. What if I just vanish one day? If they don't carry out my will of cursing Alice every day, I'm gonna be a bit upset.
Oh, I think Light would, Light would have some fun as usual.
Hear that, Light? I'll be watching.
I'm neither confirming nor denying that one version of her is just sneaking around right now.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss the whole. Is she behind the counter? Probably. I forgot that
Yeah,
there
she
is like
really
an
liked
actual
to
cat
hide
you could
behind that
fix in.
shelf as well.
Yeah, she could fit into everything. It's kind of weird. Like she's an actual cat. Just is she behind that? Probably. Is she in that? Probably. Listen, I can't say for sure, but I could have sworn I saw her like fit neatly into the dirty laundry basket one day.
I can say for sure she has been there.
Yeah, I figured. We all strive for that level of adaptability.
Indeed.
Hey, Sachi,
Yeah.
how are you feeling about this?
We've just got to succeed. Then everything will be alright. Well, okay, that might be a bit of an overstatement, but
Hey, overstatements are cool.
we'll see them again.
Yeah, damn right we will. Think they can get away from me this easily?
Never.
And I will be expecting a full review of the performance for these periods.
We'll certainly have a lot to talk about. Not that we don't usually,
Yes.
but
My expectations for those two are high. They better not disappoint them.
Indeed. I believe
Yeah,
they
you
can
get
do
it.
it.
As for you, let's stick together, right?
Always.
Birds of a feather and all. Looks at Sachi's wings.
She kind of like pulls one over and fluffs you in the face with it.
Quinn giggles. Also, let's kick that guy in the nuts.
I feel like my blood would maybe boil a little bit less if I managed to do that.
Okay. Do you know what ice skating is?
Uh, do I know what ice skating is? Uh, yeah.
So let's kick him in the nuts with swords in your feet.
Oh. Sachi kind of like lights up for a minute in a way that's very unfamiliar. And then she kind of like shakes herself out of it. Man, that's weird. I don't like it.
What's weird?
The natural hatred. It's very confusing.
Well, do you want the bad news or the good news?
Both.
Bad news is, I don't think I can get rid of that right now. Good news is he deserved it.
Probably.
Cannot think of a single person would be sad if that creature died.
Himself.
I said person.
Oh.
But yeah, let's stick together, right?
Indeed. She kind of like pulls you to her side so that your hips are touching.
Ta! Quinn holds you onto your arm in a very dramatic fashion. Lead the way. To nowhere, presumably.
Onward to victory.
Fuck yeah. And ironically, I think that's it. Which is funny because it's now hit the time that I have to go. So,
Sachi and Light.
bye bye.
Alright.
See ya.
Yeah, Light is still doing the same thing, cussing at the walls.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, you. Huh.
Hey,
Should be kinda happy now, aren't you?
no.
You won.
I won?
Yeah. All
Uh,
for yourself now.
ah.
And if you don't manage to do something now, then, well, I'm not even existing anymore. I don't think can't be helped.
Mm. I didn't think you were the type to give up so easily.
Giving up? You are giving up. Just out of my hands.
We'll meet again.
Yeah. But if you now have the best chance you ever get.
Hmm. You sound kind of bitter, even though you're the one who gave me the push. Did you make up your mind?
I haven't.
All right.
I see how the cards are dealt. And some point you know when to fold a hand.
It doesn't sound like the Light I know.
What's the alternative? Can't do anything right now. For God knows how long we're going to all be divided. And without me being there? Honestly, what's stopping you?
Well, maybe I won't live up to their standards. They are pretty incredible.
Maybe. Fucking try, for God's sake.
I will.
Good. Light
Hey,
holds
we
out a
don't
hand.
even.
Oh, sorry.
We don't even know how long we'll be gone. Could be just a couple weeks. We're pretty good at quests. Saji takes your hand and shakes it.
When you take her hand, she pulls you in for a hug.
Sachi returns the hug, including wrapping her wings around you as well.
Keep them safe. Okay.
You too as well.
When going, like when letting go of a hug, she looks you into the eyes. I never really noticed how beautiful you can be. Keep that in mind.
See, there's your answer. Polygamy. Sorry, I just had to make that joke.
Oh boy. You too, Light. Take care of yourself.
Yeah. And don't worry, I will bring that elf also back.
Yeah, him too.
Wow.
Okay.
Next up, we have back to Sachi and Kima.
Okay.
So I see Sachi just kind of like standing around there awkwardly, not saying anything after the last thing I said. You know, I don't really think this is a thing you can kind of stall out. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mhm.
Look, you don't want to talk to me about it. That's fine. But I think that's kind of the same mistake that they made. You know, Rail, Sachi, no, sorry, Rail, Nathan, Archie, all of them.
Sachi's feathers kind of bristle up a little bit.
They tried to tackle everything alone, and don't get me wrong, they cared a lot about each other, but it was always you gotta make the sacrifice play for the other person instead of actually communicating with them and working to make things better and to help each other in that kind of regard. When you put the weight of the world and everyone else's safety on your shoulders and your shoulders alone, you're going to get crushed by that weight.
I mean, you know what's going on. We have the same weight. Why does it matter saying it out loud?
I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend that I have all the answers, because I think recently has proved I really don't. But at the same time, I think us all just bottling it up isn't much of a solution either, because in the current situation, the four of us are really the only ones that understand how the others feel when it comes to that. Because we have a massive responsibility on our hands, and we have a chance to bring back an incredible power into the whole sphere, really. But it's like my uncle Shide once told me, with great power comes great responsibility. and uh and with the great power that we have to make a change here, I think we owe it to ourselves to not just to support that weight as a group, rather than just one of us trying to hold it up and that pillar collapsing.
Hmm. I guess that's fair.
Just think about it, okay?
It's just like if I don't, then she. Ugh, never mind. Sorry.
No, go on.
I'll try. I'll try. There was a
Alright.
moment there, but you can tell that it's past for now.
Kima takes note of what Sachi was starting to talk about, and he just kind of nods. Well, that's a good start, at least. And do me a favor, don't go flying into any more mysterious portals while I'm gone. You just mark.
Well, you don't get dragged into any either, okay?
I'll do my best. And take care of Quinn as well. As much as they like to talk about how often they keep us from dying as well, they're not exactly... they're not as death immune as they like to pretend they are.
I'm sure I'll be carrying them around.
Hmm.
You keep Light safe as well, too.
I'll
She
do my
jokes a
best.
lot, but she probably needs emotional attention, too.
Yeah, I'll do my best. The four of us aren't alone in this. We have each other, and once this is all over, like you said, we'll be back together as a group. No matter how long it takes.
Indeed. And we'll take a
You-
day off. Absolutely no research, no quests, just hanging out.
Exactly.
Just one day,
Take
because we still have stuff to do, though.
yeah, still got a lot of work we need to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so annoyed if we end up finding all of these pieces through random quests before I actually learn where all of them are in that library.
I mean, maybe you could write new books about them.
Maybe that's not a bad idea, actually. Never actually published anything I've written before.
I feel the obligation on behalf of the other two. Nerd. She lightly punches your shoulder.
Kima smiles at that. Yeah, I feel like if you didn't, they would have.
Somehow.
But just promise you'll take care of yourself, okay? And remember that you're not alone in all of this.
Yes, Uncle. You too.
Ouch.
Pull. Kiva smiles, pulls you in for a hug.
Sachi gives you a hug and also pats you a couple times on the back. You know, I almost forget that a lot of the time.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, you're older than me, like, if we're being real about it, so it does feel a bit weird.
Yeah. Maybe we'll process that later, or maybe that can just keep being ignored.
Who knows?
I'll see you soon.
See you soon, niece. Wave.
Oh gosh.
The irony is not lost on me that, like, it's Kiba giving that advice about not putting everything on yourself when that was entirely Nathan's character.
Well, he did want to be unlike Nathan, so
That is
seems
true.
right.
Unfortunately, now Kima also hates someone that's name starts with VE.
I know what I name my next character.
Right, what combinations have we not done yet?
I think Kima and Light's the only one.
Kima and Light, you're right. By the way, everyone else's... So, when your conversation ends, you're just still there. You
Yeah.
don't fade away. You all exist until every conversation has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are technically all happening at the same time, so...
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're all finishing probably around the same time, I'd like to assume.
Except for Sachi and Kima, who took a 10-minute break.
Yeah, apparently. Sachi was just, like, awkwardly just looking around for 10 minutes until Kima got sick of it, and then we just said, like, alright, no, we're talking now.
I didn't actually do that.
According to God, that's what you did.
Sachi, the charisma of an angel, but the social skills of a rabbit.
Hey, don't paint me like that.
Okay. Kima?
Yep.
She would also see light cursing at walls and ceilings.
Kima would be doing the same thing as before, but eventually probably the cursing, like, snaps him out of it. Honestly, valid response.
This is so stupid.
It is. I can't really think of a way to get us out of here. If I was more proficient with psionics, I might be able to do something, but not at
Yeah,
the
if
moment.
I was my dad, I
unfortunately.
would just run at the wall and maybe get out that way.
I mean, I'd rather you didn't. I heard what happened to him after he ran. Sorry, I wouldn't laugh.
I know. I shouldn't.
Yeah, this is all pretty frustrating, isn't it?
Just fucking lost someone, and now this.
Well, pretty sure Sachi's probably telling you the same thing right now, but and Quinn too. But this isn't
Not so sure about that.
But this isn't gonna be This isn't gonna be forever. Gonna
No,
get
it's not good.
this stupid heist done with, and then we can move on. And I'm just praying to God, whatever gods are out there, that there's a high-level non-detection item in there that we can snag.
Even if it's not forever, there's still the time in between, and time in between is going to be rough.
It will, but you're not gonna be alone.
I know. That might be the only thing that's holding me up right now. If not, I would have run into that wall.
Maybe it would have caused him a headache. Or us. I'm still trying to figure out how this place works. It's
Just
crazy.
promise me you won't leave me too.
Hema gets real serious. He walks up to you, Light, looks you dead in the eyes. I promise.
Regardless of what's happening and how I might turn out after this.
Well, there's no guarantee I'm going to turn out to be all too pleasant after this either, so...
You've got no idea.
No, I don't. And honestly, that's really pissing me off right now. Because I like knowing things. Or at least
I
having
know.
some understanding. But I don't really know how this is going to turn out, aside from blind faith, and you know how I feel about blind faith.
They fed to the older generation.
But regardless, I have faith in all of us that we will get through this. And though it's gonna suck, I promise, at least for me, that I'm not gonna hold anything that happens against you. The actions that we're gonna take when this whole veil BS is affecting us, it's not gonna be the real us. It's gonna be us modified by these psionics. Changed in ways that we don't truly know.
Maybe. Maybe it's how we were supposed to be. We were just changed by other people.
Well, people are always changed by other people. That's a universal fact. We're built by our surroundings. That makes us part of who we are. As much as I don't want to admit it, people like Nathan and Archie have had impacts on the type of person that I am, or the decisions that I make. Doesn't mean that a version of me that doesn't have those interactions is the true Kima. If anything, maybe this will just give us all more of an appreciation of each other and the effect we've all had on each other's lives and the people we turned out to be. Because I know I wouldn't be half the man I am today if it wasn't for you three.
Yeah. Maybe.
On the bright
go
side,
after
half that
this.
man would be eye level with the rest of you know with the rest of you all. So
What?
sorry, I was just making a joke.
Oh no, I just Discord cut out for a second.
Oh, I said, though to be fair, half that man would be eye level with all of you again.
She kicks you in the knee. Easier to get to certain places, you know.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought that would. He looks at you a bit concerned with the next words he's gonna say. Lighten the mood. That wasn't intended to be a pun, so don't kick me again, please.
She just looks at you. You know? It's kinda light in the mood.
Hey, there we go. He
Kinda
stands back
bit.
up.
Let's break into the vault.
Yeah. Me and you can do it.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to talk about, though, before this all happens?
Think we won't remember this anyway, so. Nah. You'll see.
I
Maybe
will.
afterwards.
Well, just know if you ever need someone to hear you out, I'm here.
I know. You're not the last one I would go to. You will be the last one I can go to. Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to think of how if I was going to respond to that.
I tried to make it sound not too bad.
I don't know. That sounded ominous as fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, really? Okay.
I might have just interpreted it wrong, though. I do that a lot.
Maybe.
I play a character with 26 intelligence. I have like a generous 10.
Okay. Meta, it wasn't meant in any way ominous.
Mood.
Don't think too much about it.
Okay.
But I think that's it from my side.
Well, whatever comes our way, I'm sure we'll be able to handle it.
Last time I thought that I ended up with spikes through my wrists.
Well, last time we weren't here, and we will this, and I'll be here with you this time, and
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be able to bring Alduin back.
I won't go off alone again.
Probably a smart idea.
Alright.
So to be fair, you had no way of knowing that was going to happen. You
Yeah.
shouldn't hold it against yourself.
Let's see how we can kill a demon.
Yeah, I imagine Quinn's adding it to the murder list as we speak. More of a murder book at this point, I imagine.
Honestly,
Chapter
right now, I really
39. Let's kill Vesper.
honestly, I would really like to ask him some questions right now because this whole explanation was a little vague.
Yeah, and he explained it to us after he sent us here as well, which is a bit weird. You think he would have at least told us he was going to do this before mind palacing us all.
Mm, also funny that for the what was it called? The heist, he asked if we are okay with going along with it. For this, he just did it.
I mean, I think that was more of a formality. He basically held a gun to our head and said, I'm not holding a gun to your head. This is just the future. And then sent us
No.
here. So,
This seems weird. His eyes are creeping me out.
sorry, did you say his eyes or the eyes?
These eyes.
Oh, like the eyes all over the wall.
The eyes in his hands.
Oh, right, the future stuff. Yeah, I'd only read Legends of the Seer Eyes. It's weird seeing one of them in person. No clue why I'd put it on his hand, though. That just seems like a horrible idea.
I don't know. Only thing that would be weirder would be a mouth in the hand.
Or an eye and a mouth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put too much thought into the whole future thing, though. While a lot of people say the future is set in stone, I kind of see it as more of a river, personally.
I've thought a
But
lot about it and I haven't come to a conclusion yet.
that's fair. I mean, it took me a while to kind of come to my own conclusion, and that conclusion can always change and develop as things go. That's the exciting part about life, you know?
Yeah.
You're always learning and gaining new understandings of things.
That sounds like a nerd point of view.
Yeah. Come on, it'll make you feel better if you say it. Come on.
Say what?
You know.
Don't know what you mean.
He just blinks twice and looks at you.
She smirks.
There we go. See, now I can tell you're in a better mood.
A little bit.
Then I've done my job.
And you will have a blast of a job to go for. Okay. I think we should make a cut here.
Yeah, that's where it cuts. That's where the camera cuts.
Alright. Full group.
Oh.
To be fair, full group -1 right now, but
So, wait, so is this like full group after we've had the conversations, or?
No.
Same time.
Okay. Alright, well this sucks then, doesn't it? I've been thinking of any sort of way that... I don't have that level of proficiency with psionics. If I did, I could maybe change some things, or even dispel this effect altogether, but... I basically have the equivalent of peasant psionics. But to be fair, peasant psionics is pretty cool. Like, I basically have the force.
This is just some kind of bullshit.
It is, but the four of us that are currently here, we'll get through it. Isn't that right, Quinn?
It's just like a Muppet version of Quinn. Why, yes, of course.
Quinn has reached maximum bandwidth.
So it's just us three. They have shut down again.
Or maybe the server is lagging, I don't know.
Or what's what?
Oh, just terminology I learned from Quinn and Alice. A lot of, like, Earth stuff was part of my, apparently, required core education.
Sounds useless.
I mean, some of it was interesting, at least.
Useless stuff can be interesting. So, last time we see each other for a while.
Unfortunately, but I have faith that it won't take too long for this heist, and actually that's a good question.
Every time you say that, I get a bad feeling. Stop it, Kima.
Actually, that is a good question, though. Why? What is he having you two do? I look at Sachi and Muppet Quinn.
They have no idea.
Sashi shrugs.
Wow, not even telling you that.
As much as I disagree with him doing this, and I feel horribly violated by all of it, I could at the very least understand him wiping our memory of you two to some extent.
I still feel it's just bullshit.
Oh, so do I, but I'm just saying to some extent I kind of get it. If since we're the two that he wants for this heist. Since he apparently needs a very skilled thief and a weak wizard. Which is fucking bullshit.
He needs a cat and a nerd.
But to be fair, at this point, I'm more just a shitty fighter than a wizard.
So back to basics.
Hey, I was a good fighter, alright? I cleaned house the first time we met.
You got lucky.
Yeah, your mom was smiling on me that day.
Oh, you're getting to your mom jokes.
Well, just every time luck is involved, you talk about your mom. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can say that. You can't.
All right, noted.
Like, I don't know. If I would make stupid remarks about Faye all the time.
Well, I did hear you call me an elf earlier, which is pretty racist. I'm not gonna lie.
When did what?
I don't know. I just heard like your voice in the ethereal distance.
Okay. Weird. So,
Also, I'd like to believe that you'd have better below the belt material to throw at me.
No.
Dang, asking for it like that, huh?
I'm just saying I have
But
faith in her
wait.
ability. Her ability
Are
to
you
make
sa-
digs.
Are you saying I have more below the belt than you? Huh. Must be packing nothing there.
No, trust me, Excalibur isn't the only holy sword I have.
Oh my gosh.
Keep it in the scabbard.
Yeah, it turns out Quinn's the only one getting action around here, so no choice.
Huh?
That wasn't in character. That was an
Oh,
out of
okay.
character joke.
So, before we leave, anyone I don't know, big confessions to make before we all forget this?
Do it.
No?
Sachi kind of looks off to the side.
Aww. Really? No one else?
I mean, I just wanted to say I was really fortunate to have you guys with me up until this point, and
No, stop. No, 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 no. Not like this.
No goodbyes, Kima.
That
I just
sounds
wanted
like
to
a
say
eulogy.
I just wanted to say I loved and appreciated all of you. Don't jump down my throat like
Thank
that.
you, but don't. If you say it like this, it's genuinely unavoidable that we won't see each other again. So
Oh, okay. So it's like I'm 5 days away from retirement kind of thing.
yeah, that.
Got it.
The
Just
hell is
started
I'm 5 days
like-
away from retirement?
Yeah, it's like in movies where someone's like, "Oh, I'm retiring soon," and then that person immediately dies. It's like a trope in fiction.
Fair enough.
Hima has read enough fiction to know that.
I'm like like you've not confirmed it, but I'm fairly sure Star Wars was like required reading material to be trained by Alice.
Yes.
Is Alice a prequel elitist?
James doesn't know.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Let's just make it
Sorry, I had to
headcanon that
I had to try and figure out who would their favorite character be.
let's just make it headcanon to make Alice more sucky that she likes the sequels the most.
I feel like I would have got like blasted by like a spell if I asked if there was ever a sequel to Star Wars, like the original trilogy.
Yes, of course there was sequels. It's called Rise of the Empire.
And the holiday special.
Finger of Death.
That's a classic. If you don't appreciate it, you don't know what art is.
But
My whole
okay, I'm
life is
gonna
a
avoid.
lie.
I'll avoid using phrases like that. Then I guess.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Thank you for what you wanted to say, but we will see each other again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What about you, Light? Anything you want to get off your chest?
Hmm. I started with it, so I maybe should go along with it. I quite enjoy murdering people, and sometimes I have a problem with holding myself back.
Oh,
Oh.
And you will all forget.
I'm okay. Okay. Now, when you say you enjoy murdering people, is that like the act of murder, or do you enjoy like dragging it out and just
Well,
like killing people?
if I for a long time haven't taken a life, I get anxious and really, really eerie. It's hard to describe.
Okay.
If people get on my nerves, then I like to think how to get them. Calms me down.
Do you need a hug?
Getting late for that.
Okay.
Come quite to terms with it.
What?
Although
Sorry, I
last
was
few
I was
years it's gotten worse again. But I'm sure it will be fine.
Kiva just looks shocked. Okay.
do do you do you like being this way?
I tried not to. Listen, we'll all forget anyway, so no point in discussing it right now, okay? I'm sure we get a chance for it again, yeah?
Uh, I feel like we should discuss this at least a little bit.
Yeah, you can't really drop I enjoy murdering people. And like to think about how I'd murder people in my free time. And like kind of expect us to just move on from that. Like I appreciate the honesty
But I
and you
can't
opening up.
expect you to move on from it right now, so again, we're going to forget about it anyway, so right now there's no use in talking about it.
Have you thought about killing us?
No.
Insight check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the nat 20.
I'm not that invested. Well, I'm invested, but like I trust Sachi's insight far more than mine. So
Well,
She looks very,
do
very
you beat a
convincing.
37?
Do I have to roll something?
Deception or persuasion?
Okay.
Make sure to make it first.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Wait. Your persuasion is. Oh, okay.
what? The rogue has high skills? No.
Hmm.
I use how's it called? Proficient in insight?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a crit. Okay, I don't know what you beating my check now means.
So you look very convincing.
I guess? James?
You are telling.
Basically,
You have
they're
a
able to
plus-
see through the fact that you're trying to be convincing, and they're able to see that you're actually being genuine underneath the convincingness.
Okay.
You have a +8 to wisdom?
I think that's at Sachi.
Yeah. I was just surprised.
No, that's a charisma insight check that they rolled for some reason.
Oh.
Oh,
What? What do you mean?
you rolled with the wrong stat.
What? It's on. It says charisma.
Yeah, but insight should be wisdom.
Did I have to change it for something? What is it?
Yeah,
Why do you
remembering to
think-
change it back's annoying. I just think my perception's still
Can she keep the net 20?
Sure.
Yeah, my perception's still still intelligent from the dungeon. Let me fix that while I remember. Oh, that's good
Alright,
to know.
Well, just like criminals or anyone.
Okay, see. It's it's kind of like mostly I try to keep it not too bad. Won't lie, there has been times that I regret more than others. There has been times where I tried to go without it, but just let me go crazy. It's hard to describe. It's just something that calms me down and that I need from time to time. And
Sorry, I was just grabbing dinner.
yeah, and a lot of times I could hold myself back for a long while, especially when the drive went too strong on people who wouldn't deserve it. I actually would see for a long time the face of my dad just popping up, being disappointed. That kind of helped. That has gone. That has gone down with time.
Is there any way that I can check if there's like a curse on them or something?
Well, usually you could cast Detect Magic or try to identify a curse, but you're kind of in your own head, so...
When did this start?
Alice.
Alice? Did she do something?
After a big fiasco at the end of our first year, she brought me into a room with one of the people we were really following. Gave me the chance to kill him. I tried to hesitate at first, but at some point it was just felt like the right thing to do. And then she locked me in that room for multiple days with a corpse.
What?
I'm going to kill her. We're all going to kill her one day. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, after that, I at least had the mental fortitude to not join the assassin class, but stuff has been weird since then.
Do you think she did something to you? Put a curse or something like that?
No. Because then it would have already been removed. Don't you remember?
Mistral would have seen it.
Well, remember what happened with Quinn?
Archie, don't. Okay, I've thought a lot about this. It's not that this is something new or something that happened last week or so. That was, for us, 15 years ago or so. I've gone through everything and I've learned to, what do you say, live with it, get around it, make it not too bad. But yeah, so that was me. Who else wants to drop a bombshell? No
Well,
one? Oh, okay.
well, I mean, this is less of a bombshell and more just something I don't think I've told any of you. Just because we haven't really had the chance to discuss it because we've all been so busy recently. But as part of the training I'm under, I can't cast combat spells.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
What?
basically only. So now, on top of the fact that I can't like kill people with magic, which I don't like doing. but I didn't like the restriction of like being damned to the 9 hells for doing
Was
it.
that a jab at me?
No.
Good.
Like your thing, we need to all have like a real proper serious discussion about after we get out of this and get through all of this. But I'm not gonna take a jab at you about it
Thanks.
because like I enjoy fighting, but I just don't enjoy killing.
Okay, so you can't cast combat spells.
Yeah,
fuck?
and yeah, apparently it's about training me so I'm not mastered by magic, but because he's concerned that when I'm given the chance to restore magic, that instead of giving it back to everyone, I'm gonna take it all for myself.
Wow.
And
Has that guy
So
ever
that was-
talked to you? Like for 5 minutes?
that was Wynn's master, right?
Yeah.
Does Vespa know that you can't use combat spells?
Let's get to find out.
He knows now.
Instead of saying his name, Sachi said the demon.
Ah.
Apparently his name means wasp in some earth language.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, like originally I had like no desire to do anything like that. And I still don't. But because like part of what I like about Magic is the fact that it's a constantly evolving field. Like, I know I'm gonna get the whole nerd comment thing now, but like, what I like about it is the fact that it's constantly changing and evolving, and people are finding new ways to be innovative with it, learning about the past, about how it used to be learned. Like, that's what I enjoy about Magic. But I don't know. As time has gone on, maybe there should be some sort of like restriction on who can't and can't use it. And I don't know, it's just been a thing I've been thinking about. So
Hmm. And who should restrict it?
I mean, I don't know. I hear you writing that down, James.
I'm copying and pasting code at the moment.
Okay. I heard the typing as soon as I said that, so that's why I was like, I was making the joke. But I mean,
James
I
is
don't know.
getting work done and enjoying the show.
But yeah, I don't know. I've just been feeling kind of conflicted about that. Like, it needs to be brought back in order to, one, make sure that people have magic again, but two, in order to, stop the Feywild from dying, which, despite my personal opinions and feelings about Mab, I don't want to sit back and do nothing, or when I could have done something to stop, like, billions of lives being ended. But I don't know. I've just been thinking more about that, and like alternatives that there could be to giving it back to everyone and still a way to it. I don't know. I still have a lot of thinking to do about that, but
Yeah.
might as well be open about it here.
All right. Does anyone else have anything else I'd like to say?
Not me.
Going once. Going twice.
Sorry, I'm good. That's all I was gonna say. I was just
Yeah.
Alright.
That's
eating
a
dinner.
long free.
Then I suppose that is where we can end it for today.